Yo, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm bald now. Actually, I had a mohawk for a second, but now I'm bald now. I just got home from work, so had this kind of punk vibe in my head all day, so I'm listening, of course, to Dynasty, Bedtime for Democracy. Really cool release. Actually got this at my local record shop. I was surprised to find it. Brand new, sealed. Yeah, so a few things before I get started. I've only got a few records to pull out today. These are my three newest records. Obviously, I think it's pretty apparent through watching any of my videos that I don't rehearse anything, I don't write anything, everything's total improv. The only thing I plan out is like, I want this record, this record, this record, and then I hit go. So, if it seems a little crazy, that's why I don't plan it out. Anyway, so, starting with, I suppose let's start with the newest one I've got. This just was released yesterday, the new Baptism V, The Devil's Fire. I say V, but it's 5. Album number 5. I've got the red pressing on red. The red pressing on red. Imagine that. Yeah, limited red pressing. This is a gatefold. There are 3 guest vocalists that are on here. Most notably, the singer from Swallow the Sun. A little group shot there. Baptism is from Finland. Pretty sure the singer guy does most of the songwriting too. But yeah, Swallow the Sun dude was on the song Sacrament of Blood and Ash, which was the first song that they kind of released, and by the time this came out yesterday, they had actually released the full album, but there were 3 tracks let out before that. Give you a look at the vinyl here. So it just comes in the jacket, the gatefold jacket. There is no inner sleeves or anything like that. Blank or white. Pretty nice looking transparent red vinyl though. You look at the labels. It's just the same images from the cover. You got the burning tree and you got the silver lion. I've actually been recording a lot of music lately, so yeah, sorry about that, guys. I don't have a lot of free time to be making these YouTube videos. I do it when I can. Between working my job, between going to college, between running my online store, helping my wife run her online store. I mean, I make the time I can. Anyway, the new Baptism record is really good. Overall, I feel like a lot of the song structures are kind of the same. So by the time I got to the end of the A side, I mean, I knew most of the songs on the A side. It's kind of feeling like, okay, there must be some gold on the B side. So I flip it to the B side, and I get a little more of the keyboards and stuff like that. I feel like the B side's where it's at for this album. I guess I don't ever do this, but if I was going to scale it from like a 1 to 5, I'd give it a 4-star. Because it's really good, but it's not album of the year, unfortunately. I don't think it actually met my expectations because I had really high expectations. But great album. There's really nothing wrong with it. Just the song structure, just a little stale for me anyway. That's all this channel is just my opinion. Limbonic Art. I showed one of their records on my last video. I was at my local record shop and I found this one. It's called Noctum, Dynasty of Death. This one also is a gatefold, and much like that Floga repressing, this is really fucking shiny. Track listing on the back. I mean, it's just black vinyl. I'm not even going to take them out. I can just talk a little bit about it. Again, this album kind of fell short for me. The Epitome of Illusions, the one I showed you last time, was better than this one. But I was still really shocked they had this on the shelf. $15 at my local record shop. I was really surprised to see that. But anyway, anything from Limbonic Art, I love it. I really do. But again, it's not. I prefer Epitome of Illusions to Ad Noctum myself, but nothing comes close to The Moon and the Scorpio. I mean, if you want to check out Limbonic art, listen to Moon and the Scorpio and let it be. Look at your opinion from there. One of the things I love that Limbonic art does, I feel like every album has this section where it's kind of just this vocal like wave of like they take out the music and he's just kind of like chanting, and it's a really trippy, like almost psychedelic. I mean, but it doesn't have like a psychedelic rock. You know, it's very black metal, symphonic, but it's really tripped out, man. It really kind of takes hold. Last record I got the Devilment, The Great and Secret Show on vinyl. This was released also on a blue vinyl, but I just got the standard black. But seeing how I live in America, and this being a band from England, it's kind of hard for me to get copies of it unless you spend a lot of money. I got a good deal on this. There's the band of Danny Filth, of course, in the middle from Cradle of Filth. If you're not familiar with Devilment, you probably hate Cradle of Filth or just don't pay attention to them. But Devilment is, I believe, this year releasing their second album. This is the only album, and as far as I know, only release period from Devilment. I love it, man. I know a lot of Cradle of Filth fans dislike it, I guess because it doesn't sound like Cradle of Filth, but you know what? It's not fucking Cradle of Filth, dude. Let it go, man. I fucking love it. So, actually, I think, yeah, this channel, I did an unboxing when I bought the CD last year, when this was new. And I've been listening to it a lot since then. Summer Arteries, the opening track, like I just feel like, man, what a great opener. I love the guitar work. As a guitar player myself, number one, that Summer Arteries intro guitar line, dude, so much fun to play on guitar. Yeah, the music videos they let out, I'm not really into. They're really cheesy. But when you just take the album as its own, a lot of these songs really, come close to me, touch close to home. So like oftentimes, like the Even Your Blood Group Rejects Me song, I mean, I feel like when I first heard it, I'm like, that's not really the most clever of Danny's lyric writing, but when I feel like that total absolute rejection, sometimes that song comes to mind. And Living with the Fungus too, it hits that same emotion for me. But yeah, this is a double gatefold. It did come with 2 printed inner sleeves. I guess I'll take them out and show you. It's really just lyrics. It's just pretty much identical to the CD. So if you guys got the CD, you're not missing anything other than how awesome it is to have this just in the larger print. Yeah, you just got images. I guess that's the Mystery Island there. This looks like, I don't know what, shadow of a hand reaching for a button. Strange. What else we got here? We got some more lyrics. You can make that out. I know the light's kind of in a bad spot today. Actually, my phone's about to die, so I'll be surprised if I make it through this. But it looks like we just did because I'm all out of records. Anyway, so yeah, the Devilment Great and Secret Show. Devilment's got a new album coming out. The New Baptism just hit yesterday. Dudes, check it out. You're going to love it. I hope you love it. Anyway. And Limbonic art, great band. And the Dead Kennedys. I can't get enough of them. Grew up with them all. Always love the Dead Kennedys. We are in a very political state. As far as our country's concerned right now. A lot of people are outward with their politics. I feel like, personally, that things are really on edge for the moment. There's a lot of shootings happening lately, a lot of murder, a lot of death, a lot of pain, a lot of funerals. Man, that's fucked up. I'm really sorry to a lot of people for whatever they're experiencing as a repercussion of all of that. You know what I'm talking about, man. It's really sad. The Christina Grimmie murder got, I feel like, kind of pushed aside because the next day the Orlando, Florida massacre in the gay bar happened. Totally fucked up. And when it's just like the next day there's another, and the next day it's something else. It's like the bombings. We're not the only country that are experiencing terrible things, but fuck, this is close to home. Fuck, this is bad. Yeah, so do what you want with any of that. Anyway, yeah. Hail the cult!